Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking through some player props I like on Prizepicks for today's NBA slate on Saturday, February the 8th. We got a big slate today on Saturday, 11 games, and there's games on all day. First game of the day starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and then we have like pretty much games on all day. Prizepicks already has props up for 7 of the 11 games today, so we got a good amount available on the board right now. Recording this video on Friday night, the night before. I've got 3 early plays I like, taking a look at this slate the night before. So we're going to break down these plays and we're going to talk about why I like them. Before we do get started though, guys, make sure that you hit that like button down below. If you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel, if you're new to Prizepicks, go sign up for Prizepicks and use promo code NOAH. When you sign up, you play your first $5 lineup, you'll get $50 in promo funds instantly added to your account. So check out Prizepicks if you have not yet. And also, we do have a partnership with Sleeper, so I want to shout out Sleeper as well. If you guys don't have an account on Sleeper, you can sign up, use promo code NOAH over there, and when you play $5, you'll get $55 worth of free lineups. So this is a cool promo Sleeper's doing. It's one where you don't have to deposit a bunch of money. If you just want to try out Sleeper, you want to put in $10, $15, $20, you can still get $55 worth of free lineups. The promo that they used to do was a deposit bonus. So that's a promo that entices you to put in more money, because the more money you put in, the bigger bonus you get. Well, with this promo, you can deposit the minimum, still get $55 worth of free lineups. Highly recommend giving Sleeper a try. They do a lot of discounts and promotions throughout the week. They're always doing discounted props. They're also giving out free squares to all new users. So when you make an account, you automatically get some free squares added to your account, which you can obviously use for your lineups and to hopefully you win some money off those free square lineups. It's typically, pretty sure for every user, it's a $10 max limit on the free square lineups. So those are easy ways to kind of try and turn $10 into $30, 10 into 50, just easy ways to kind of build some money up on Sleeper. So definitely check them out, guys, and make sure to use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Sleeper. But before we talk through our props, guys, for this slate on Saturday, I want to recap our plays from Friday's slate. So we gave out 2 picks Friday. We got a hit, and then we have a push on our other play. The play that hit was Rashawn Holmes over 22.5 fantasy score. Holmes had a pretty good game, had a double-double, easily went over his fantasy score line. The play that we took that pushed was Emmanuel Quickly, 11 first half PRA. His line was at 10.5 when I was recording the video, and it got bumped up to 11. Obviously, that bump wound up being the difference between winning and getting a push. So that was a push. Still got a win on the day though. Got a 1.5x payout if you played those 2 picks as a 2-pick lineup. Obviously 1.5x payout, not really much, but it's better than losing. So we'll take it. Got a small win on Friday's slate, but we got 3 picks, guys, that I do like for this Saturday slate, and let's see if we can keep it rolling. We went 3-0 on Wednesday. Technically went 1-0 on Friday with the push. So yeah, 3 picks for Saturday. Let's see if we can keep it rolling. So first prop that I like for Saturday is going to be a prop on Steph Curry. And we're going to take Steph Curry for less than 32.5 points plus rebounds. So Steph Curry going to have a different role here playing alongside Jimmy Butler. So Jimmy Butler is expected to make his debut for the Warriors tonight. And it's going to be hard to project what Curry's usage is going to look like playing alongside Jimmy Butler. But I definitely expect him to take a hit in terms of usage. If you look at Curry's usage the last 2 games, he's had a 40% usage rate the last 2 games. Like, they have just been running the entire offense through Curry. And I just don't know if that's something they're going to continue to do every single night. They've just been so shorthanded. They traded away Wiggins. They traded away Schroeder. And all the, Jimmy Butler, who they acquired, obviously he hasn't been ready to play yet. But now we're going to have Jimmy Butler back today, which should mean, or not back, but he should be making his debut for the Warriors tonight, which should mean lesser of a role for Steph Curry here. You look at the matchup against the Bulls as well. The Bulls have actually been pretty good with their guard defense, specifically against scoring guards, ever since they went and put Lonzo Ball in the starting lineup. So Lonzo has been starting lately just because they don't have Zach LaVine anymore. So obviously they had to replace LaVine. They've opted to go kind of smaller, put Lonzo at point, then go with Giddey, Ayo Dosunmu, Cubby White, and Vooch as their starting 5. So they've kind of got like a full, they got like 4 guards in their starting lineup. The Bulls do. But Lonzo is a really good defender. The Bulls' defense against guards lately, especially like point guards, scoring guards, has been pretty good. You look over the last week or so, they're allowing the 4th fewest points per game to point guards, I think, over the last 7 days. And over the last 15 days, I believe it's still toward the bottom. They're allowing the 4th fewest over the last 7 days. Over the last 15 days, ninth fewest points per game. So their defense has definitely improved since they put Lonzo Ball in the starting lineup. And Lonzo's going to be tasked with guarding Steph Curry here. Now, is Steph Curry obviously a great player? He's a guy that can get hot. Obviously, he can go over any night. But I think, looking at the matchup here against the Bulls, who have been improving defensively, especially against guards, Jimmy Butler returning for this game as well, making his debut, I should say. That's probably going to mean less usage for Steph Curry. These lines do feel a little bit inflated on Curry after 2 really good games. I mean, prior to these 2 games against the Lakers and the Jazz, Curry was really struggling. He had gone under, a lot of his props in like 6 straight games. Maybe he's starting to get back into a groove again, but I like, basically selling high on Curry here. I think after these big 2 games, the books are really inflating his lines. But now with Jimmy Butler coming into the mix, plus the matchup against the Bulls with Lonzo guarding him, not the greatest spot, I'll take the under on Steph Curry here. And I like his points plus rebounds under the most. I think under 27.5 points is also fine as well. But with points plus rebounds, Curry typically not a guy that gets a bunch of rebounds. His rebounds line is set at 4.5 in this game. For what it's worth, he's gone under that in 4 of his last 5 games. He's typically a guy that averages like 3 to 4 rebounds per game. He did have like 7 rebounds last game, but I think more times than not, Curry gets you like 3, 4 rebounds in a game. Maybe he gets like 5 rebounds here. If he goes out there and gets like 6, 7, 8 rebounds, obviously the points plus rebounds is not going to look as good as maybe some other prop would, like points. But I think more times than not, Curry probably only gets like 4 or 5 rebounds, which is going to make the points plus rebounds look fine here. I think this grades out a little bit better than the points prop on Curry, but both these unders I do like. And if you actually look on DraftKings right now, DraftKings has these lines a point lower. So they have his points prop set at 26.5. They have his points plus rebounds set at 31.5. We're getting his lines a little bit inflated on Prizepicks, which again is why I like the under at these lines on Prizepicks. So that's our first prop for Saturday. Next prop that I like is going to be a prop on Jason Tatum. And we're going to take Jason Tatum for more than 33 points plus rebounds. So Jason Tatum gets a matchup against the Knicks here, which I think is going to be a pretty good one for him. The Knicks are going to be without OG Anunoby once again for this game. Don't know who we're going to see guard Jason Tatum here. Could be Josh Hart, could be Precious Achiuwa. Don't think it really matters though. Jason Tatum's going to have a huge role. We know that. He's had a huge role all season. On the season, he's averaging like 35 points plus rebounds per game. He's been in a struggle lately. Like you can see, he's gone under this line. He's pushed or gone under this line in 4 of his last 5 games. He's also kind of had some tough matchups in there. Like he had to face Cleveland. He had to face Dallas. Dallas defensively has been pretty solid this year. Obviously, the Knicks have been good defensively as well, but their defense definitely gets worse with OG Anunoby off the floor. And if you look at their 2 games without OG Anunoby this season, I'm pretty sure they gave up like 120 points in like both those games. Obviously, last game that they played was without OG Anunoby. I'm taking a look at that real quick this season so I can see. So take a look at their games without OG this season. I'm pretty sure he's missed 2 games this year. Yeah, he's missed 2 games. They gave up 115 points to the Raptors, 118 points to the Rockets. Like their defense has definitely not been as good with OG off the floor, and obviously it makes sense because OG's a really good defender. He's one of the better defenders in the league. He would probably be the guy that would guard Jason Tatum in this matchup. So I think this matchup is sneakily good for Jason Tatum, and Tatum's going to have a huge role. He's going to have a huge usage rate, and the reason I like his points plus rebounds here is because with this matchup against the Knicks are a team that typically limit rebounds to opposing centers because Karl-Anthony Towns, he can shoot threes. He can pull guys away from the basket. Kristaps Porzingis, if he's tasked with guarding Karl-Anthony Towns, Porzingis is going to have to follow Cat out to the three-point line, which is going to pull him away from the basket. That's just going to put Jason Tatum in better rebounding position if Porzingis is guarding Cat at the three-point line. And you've seen a lot of like power forwards have good rebounding games against the Knicks because the centers typically struggle to get the rebounds against the Knicks. I know Tatum's rebounding numbers have been down lately, but you look at his rebounds prop, it's set at 7.5 today, even though he's gone under that in 4 straight games. So clearly the books are still expecting some bigger, some higher rebounding games for Tatum. I mean, on the season, Tatum's averaging like 8.5 rebounds per game. Like his rebounding numbers have been down lately, but this feels like a matchup where they could definitely spike back up. And for what it's worth, he has already faced the Knicks once this season. Now, he didn't have a great scoring game against he didn't have a great rebounding game against the Knicks. He only had 4 rebounds, but he did have 37 points. So he had 37 points and 4 rebounds. Went well over this PR line. I like this play quite a bit on Jason Tatum. 33 PR Right now on DraftKings, his line is set at 33.5, and it's slightly juiced towards the over. So I think we're probably going to see this line get bumped up on Prizepicks. While it's still at 33, I do like that. Also, we have no Drew Holiday for the Knicks today, for the Celtics today. And I want to say this season, without Drew, like Tatum's been pretty good. But I'm going to take a look at that just to confirm. And I think Drew's missed like 6 games this season. Let's see. So Drew has missed. He's missed 7 games this season. In those games, Tatum's had 24-11, so 35 PR. He's had 18-11, 32-15, 22-13, 22-9, 24-7, and then 17-4. Last game he only had 17-4. He also only played 29 minutes last game, which is really low for Jason Tatum. Tatum's typically a guy that plays like 36 minutes. This game against the Knicks has a 2-point spread, so this is definitely one of those games where we should see Tatum play bigger minutes. I think it's also a national TV game. I think it's on ESPN or ABC or something. So this should be a game where Tatum does get pretty big minutes. And in the games this season without Drew, when he's gotten like normal minutes, 30-plus minutes, he's had 35 PR, 29 PR, 31, 35, 47, and then 31. You look at the games where he went under, like he went under against Miami. It's not a great matchup for Tatum. He went under against the Pacers. In that game against the Pacers, he also shot the ball kind of poorly. 2 for 10 from 3, 8 for 17 from the field. And then he went under against the Clippers, also like not a great matchup. The Knicks, on paper, look like a tough matchup, but I definitely think without OG Anunoby, this matchup does get a lot better for Jason Tatum. So we're going to take Jason Tatum for more than 33 points plus rebounds. And then third and final prop that I like is going to be on Domantas Sabonis. And we're going to take Sabonis for more than 18.5 points. So Sabonis, you look at his last few games, struggling to score right now. You can see over his last 5 games, he's only gone over this line once. But man, Sabonis has had a brutal stretch of games lately. Like he's had to face Minnesota, he's had to face OKC, he's had to face Orlando. He did go over against Orlando. Last game against Portland, probably would have expected him to do a little bit better, but Portland defensively, they've been improving lately for sure. Sabonis also didn't play a ton of minutes last game. Like he only played, I think, 29 minutes, I believe. Which is, that's way down for Sabonis. Like, he typically plays like 36 minutes. And then Philadelphia, probably would have expected him to do a little bit better against Philadelphia, especially without Joel Embiid, because I don't think Embiid played that game. But man, this schedule that Sabonis has had lately has been a brutal one for him. Well, now he gets a great matchup here against the Pelicans. This is probably one of the best matchups you could ask for Sabonis to score the ball, because the Pelicans, they get killed in the paint. They're giving up the second most points in the paint this season. And that's where Sabonis can do a lot of his damage. Now, Sabonis has actually been shooting a lot of threes this year. He's actually been very efficient shooting threes. I want to say he's like the most efficient three-point shooter this season, which is actually crazy to think. But Sabonis is a guy that can also score around the rim. He's very effective around the rim, and that's where the Pelicans have been most vulnerable this season. Second most points in the paint allowed, also giving up the 5th most points in the points per game to centers. And if you do look for what it's worth, Sabonis has already faced the Pelicans once this season, and he had a huge game, 32 points, 20 rebounds, 3 assists. So he had 32 points last time he faced the Pelicans. We've got no De'Aaron Fox, obviously, who's no longer on the team, so this should be a spot where Sabonis should pick up some extra usage. I want to take a look at his game log this season without Fox. I know Fox has missed a few games. So without Fox this season, Sabonis has scored 22 points, 21 points, 23 points, 14 points, 21 points, and 10 points. So he's over this line in 4 out of 6 games without Fox. The 2 games he went under were against Minnesota and Portland. Minnesota, obviously a terrible matchup for him to score. Portland, we talked about that. That was the last game. They did go out and pick up Zach LaVine, but I think picking up Zach LaVine, replacing Fox with LaVine, probably is not, that's not as high usage of a guy like Fox. Is definitely a guy that's going to operate with a little bit of a higher usage rate than LaVine would. So I still think Sabonis is going to be plenty involved in the offense, and this is just a great matchup for him to be able to score facing a Pelicans team that gets killed around the rim. The only concern I have with Sabonis is that the Kings did go out and trade for Jonas Valanciunas. So now that they have Jonas Valanciunas, who is a decent backup center, are they going to continue to play Sabonis like 36, 38, 40 minutes? I don't really know. Are they willing to play Sabonis and Jonas Valanciunas alongside each other? I doubt it. I don't think they did that last game. So that concerns me a little bit. Is Sabonis still going to play huge minutes now that they have Jonas Valanciunas? We'll see. We've only seen J-Val play 1 game so far, their last game, and he played like 17 minutes. So, like, if Jonas Valanciunas is going to keep playing 18 minutes, 18, 20 minutes a night, and Sabonis is only going to play like 30 minutes, then obviously I'm not going to feel good about this bet. But I don't think this, Sabonis getting like 29 minutes last game, like, I don't think that's normal. I think he's going to get back to playing his 35, 36 minutes, and they'll find ways to get J-Val on the floor if they want to play J-Val. Maybe J-Val just isn't effective for them, and they don't give J-Val a bunch of minutes. But if they want to play J-Val, they'll still find ways to get minutes for Sabonis as well. Because Sabonis is one of their best players. He's a guy that needs to be on the floor. So I would expect Sabonis to probably play his normal minutes here, 34, 35, in this matchup against a team that gets killed around the rim. This is a great spot for Sabonis to be able to score like him for more than 18.5 points. So these are the 3 props, guys, that we're going to roll with for the slate on Saturday. 11 games, a lot of props today. As always, guys, I'll share more plays for today over on Patreon. If you're interested in that, it's linked down below in the description. You can check that out if you are interested. But taking a first look at the board on Friday night, these are props I'm liking the night before. Steph Curry less than 32.5 points plus rebounds. Jason Tatum more than 33 points plus rebounds. And Domantas Sabonis more than 18.5 points. If you guys are going to tell me on these 3 picks, let's see if we can go 3-0 here. Went 3-0 on Wednesday, went 1-0 on Friday. Starting to heat up again. I know we were on a heater, and then we kind of went a little cold for a day or two, but now we're starting to get back into a rhythm again. Let's see if we can keep this going into this Saturday slate. But as always, guys, appreciate you watching. Hit that like button down below. If you did enjoy this video, hit that subscribe button as well. And make sure to go check out Prizepicks. If you're not signed up for Prizepicks yet, use promo code NOAH when you sign up. And when you place your first $5 lineup, you'll get $50 in promo funds instantly added to your account. So make sure to check out Prizepicks if you have not yet. But good luck as always, guys. Thanks for watching the videos, supporting the content, and I will see you guys in the next one.